banks of the Ohio River. There's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of the sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready? 11, Thomas.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Ready? 11, Thomas. 12.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Here we go. Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's a give to Mixon. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Lance going to give this to Mostert here on the option. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Now Mostert off the read option. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Lance going to try and throw on third down here. And this one complete to Smith. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Being chased out left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On first down, Mixon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Here's Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 7.
Here we go. 180. Go in front.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Check it out, read.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here we go. 180. 25.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. McPherson's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Come on, man. Let's go.
At their own 25 yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On second down, Mostert.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Steps away to his left. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And a short gain here down to the 22. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. more problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He completes it to Westbrook. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Nice one. 11, Thomas.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I know they got the 1st down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, kicks either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
Got a man open, it's Chase.
And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there for Cincinnati.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range.
This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
On first down, Lance.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the 49ers on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead.
13, Bengals 10.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Get ready, get ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Lance, a quick throw out wide, complete.
And he's got room. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Here's a quick throw out wide by Lance, complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the 36,
Lance.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance
On the move to his left.
And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They run with Mostert off the option.
He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power, but not a ton to show for it.
And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Lance on the bootleg.
Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Here's Lance.
And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year.
And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Bengals 10. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Back to Mixon on second down.
Powers through him. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
66 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first down, Mixon. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Burrow on play action. And the Niners get there and bring him down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Let's go. 95. 57. Mike, 57.
Lance now on first down. This to the outside, it's Sermon.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Now a play fake. Lance
gets this one to use check. And some room to roam now. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back to Mixon on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Play action. It's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
First down. Here's Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 8 at the Niners' 33-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Bengals on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Eluding the pressure right. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. This is Mixon. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they go play action now. Burrow rolling to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. McPherson now for the extra point.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Taking it about the 36. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Trey Greenlaw in there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Burrow. Connecting with Mixon.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
11.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and he's going to be met at about the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Throwing, Burrow. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
To throw, Burrow.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Burrow on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. A final shot now for Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the victory here for San Francisco, and this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours. Right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to